Good evening and welcome back to Oddsparks. We are here at the Loamy Spark Shrine. I wonder what this one's going to do. Just like the others, the shrine whirs into life and checks that everything is still working. And as expected, it spits out a strange new creature into your arms. The shrine registers that the Loamy Spark has been immediately activated as part of the test. The Loamy Spark wiggles its leaf, ready and eager to receive instructions. However, before anything can be done, with a puff of magic, the spark turns into a familiar wooden disc. You place it in your bag, and with the deactivation successful, the shrine states it is now fully operational and ready to be assigned sparks. Awesome. So the Loamy Sparks cannot attack, and they can carry. They can do a defense, so they can do so. Then they can work and do. It's a one-use spark. Now this is something quite. One use literally means you throw them. And that's it. It's done. So, yeah. A special spark that regrows the local plants where it's thrown. To manage and respect nature, you can't just take, you have to also give. So, yeah. This guy, when you throw him, he will spawn trees, bushes, all that in the area that you throw them down. So you could have these being made with fertilizer and some shards, throw them, chop the trees down, get the wood from it, if you wanted to. I don't know why. They might be more useful later if you throw them into places. I haven't tried throwing them in like the mountains and things, but honestly, I don't really have use for them. But what I tended to do was I made them the train drivers because they do that. They they headbutt stuff and yeah. What does the tablet say? Amazing how nature seems to not care. It still thrives, and even with all this corrupted aether around, I've noticed some trees have grown huge due to the levels of background aether. However, some parts are barren because of me. Running the workshop and creating sparks required a lot of wood. I'll have to create something to deal with this. I need to be able to replenish the rainforest area. Replenish and reforest the area. I won't make the same mistakes and make things worse by my touch. Now that's interesting, because I actually clicked on this before I activated, and it had a different thing to it. Okay, right. Let's go over to the carry spark, which is one that we will absolutely be using an awful lot of, because they are very, very useful. And let's check out the shrine first, the ruined tablet. Able to carry more items that prove useful as the workshop grows. So, clicky, clicky, click, and just like the other, the shrine whirs into life and checks that everything is still working. As expected, it spits out a new strange creature into your arms. The shrine registers that the carry spark has been immediately activated as part of the test. Woohoo! Carry spark rears its hind legs, ready to receive instructions. However, before anything can be done, a puff of magic, the spark turns into a familiar wooden disc, and you place it in your bag. With the activation successful, the shrine states that it's now fully operational and is ready to be assigned sparks. Woohoo! I might have read that a few times. So these have two capacities, so they can carry two items at once, which is very nice, very, very nice. And I believe they're faster. I might be mixing them up with the stone version of them, but I think they're faster. Might be wrong, don't know. A lot of soup in that bowl. Yes, indeed you can. Now let's see what this says here. Okay, so it changes. All right. The converter worked. It dissipated all the corrupted aether into the air, leaving the area mostly clean. There's still some things that it can't seem to handle by itself, but I actually did it. The area it's able to clean is too small for the size of the machine. It's like a monument. It's a good start though. I guess I need to expand and build more. I finished creating a new spark too. It's able to carry more items that prove useful as the workshop grows, and it will. It has to. Okay, so the tablets have a little snippet when you first click them, and then far more information when you actually activate the shrine, which is interesting, because I never knew that they had the different ones there, so cool. Okay, so yeah, so the carry spark, you can see, is a giant pot, which is cool, and the Loamy spark is a one use there. I'm not going to use the Loamy spark because we want it for here. The carry spark, the Choppy spark, and Loamy spark. We need 40 carry sparks, 40 blades, 40 fertilizer. We also need 10 Loamy sparks and 60 blades for that one as well. So, let's go and make 10 Loamy sparks, because that's going to be the awkward one. And then there's probably the only Loamy sparks I'm ever going to make in the whole game, unless somebody can tell me what other uses they may have, because I don't really know. Okay, off to work. So, in order to create 10 Loamy sparks, we need fertilizer. And we get fertilizer from chopping up leaves in the cutter. But we don't have the cutter. The only way to get the cutter is to deliver 20 wooden blades to the merchant. So, let's do that, shall we? Excellent. Many farmers need fertilizer. We're able to supply them at a cost. This will save a lot of time and hopefully allow them to grow more food cheaply. A beneficial outcome for everyone involved. Woohoo! We have the cutter. You have another quest as well. The vine researcher has told me that you need aether shards to make the sparks. Do happen to know that sometimes you get these etheric clumps you can't do much with. But perhaps we can change that. I think we can use the cutter we built. Okay. Well, we can do that quest right smack bang now. No, I can't because I don't have the resource on me. But we can do that. We have the ability to do that. Okay, so now we have the cutter, which can make the things. Okay, let's go back and let's rebuild the base because it's awful and it really needs moving. Okay, Sparks, clear the area. We are up here by all the ancient bases. I have torn down the old base, completely torn everything down, moved up. All these 2 boxes here. And the actual first thing I want to do is activate this waypoint here. That is providing we can actually do that. I'm not sure. Can you stop? Because that's not going to work. Stop you as well. Let's throw you out randomly just to try and pick up some stuff off the floor. There we go, and pick it up as well. Right, okay, so let's go up here. Now, what do I have on me? Can I build I can build a tree harvester. Okay. Let's go up here. Where is the... So it's here. Okay, and it needs fuel from this side. That's okay, that's here. I don't have the choppy spark. I put the choppy spark in the place there. I should really do that, shouldn't I? I should get some... What do we need for choppy sparks? 1 blade and 3 stumps. I should probably go and make some so I'll chop down big trees. But for the moment, we'll do this. We'll put a logger in there. We will run a path out. And down to here. So we need to get rid of a couple of trees. That's fine. Our stumpy sparks can do that. Okie dokie. Keep sneezing. Boom, dum, dum, and then we want to throw. Well, to be honest with you, this is only for the moment going to do this. We will want more, but I think for the moment, so I'm just going to throw a single stumpy spark in here. Produces 30 a minute, and then I'm going to throw a single stumpy spark on here. And we're going to build a item filter here. I didn't really explain the item filters all that well. I did say you could put a filter in here, and you can filter that they can only go through here if they carry stuff. You can also do a reverse filter. So what that means is that you could put in, say, a log here, and they would only allow to be past this if they... so if I put a log in here, they can only pass it if they have a log on them. So if I reverse it, that could mean they can only pass this if they don't have a log. So if they've got any other item, that'd be fine. You are not enough to keep this running. You need 12 a minute. So I'm going to have to throw pretty much every spark I've got doing this because... Yeah. So that's 6 sparks. So let's see here. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't really work on that. The thing is, we only need it active when we click it. So technically, we can just leave this doing the thing, and then we just wait a couple of seconds, and it becomes active. We can click to teleport to it. It's a minor inconvenience, basically, but yeah. So you see, it burns through a lot of wood, like a lot of wood. So more wood than this can deliver, actually, even at this speed. So let's go back down to 1 spark. Let's just deal with the 1 spark because there's no point in doing this. So I could put more sparks on it. We could put carry sparks on it as well. That would help. Oh, I think actually 6 is just about right to keep it running all the time. So Yeah, sparks are cheap. Sparks are cheap. Let's leave 6 doing that. Yep. Yep, let's do that. Let's leave 6 doing that. Okay, cool. You know what? Actually, I'm going to throw a 7th one on there too. Come on. Boom. That puts us down to even amount of sparks. Okay, so there's the teleport done. That means now we can teleport to the town and we can teleport back to here. Nice and easy. So, we're going to build our factory starting here. Yeah, that's the plan. So we've got a couple of trees here which we could use, or we could use these ones over here. I'm going to use this one. Let's use this giant tree here. We will build another... Well, I can't do that because I need more wood. Really? I did throw away a lot of wood, actually. I did actually throw away an awful lot of wood. What I should also do is I should make sure that you filter... no, you should be good. It should be good. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Even if they do a run around without any wood, it'll be fine. So we'll put this down here, and we'll throw 2 crafty sparks from here, and then this produces 90 a minute. Beautiful. So now we want to convert this up to other things. Like we want to have a load of saw benches. I don't want to put them in a row like I did last time. That was dumb. I do want to put them in a row, but not that way, if that makes sense. It's better to try and split this up, if we can, so that they get fed more evenly. I need to grab loads of wood from them to build them. I need 20. There's also some stuff here we can gather as well. So would you go and put down all those things there, please? Go. Right, do that. Okay. So we want to put in some saw benches, because we are going to convert the wood to saw benches. We are also going to have to do something like bark or something as well. So it's too far away. Yeah. Okay. So if this is producing 90 a minute and this wants I don't know how many a minute it needs. Hold on. Does it 3.8 times per? This is doing it 11.12. It's difficult to know the numbers. I don't really mind so much with that. I'm going to do 4 of them like this. So do not need more wood. That's okay. Grab the wood there. Build another saw bench. Put it here like this. Okay. So we can get at least those going there. Let's throw 10. We'll throw 10 on here. There we go. It'll feed the first ones. That's fine. Not a problem. Okay. And go to these. And there you go. But you can probably just have one. I don't even know if you're going to fill up one at this rate. Once we get the carry sparks, we'll be able to increase that. That'll be fine. Okay. And then we want to go back to doing other things. So we want to have a cutter. But the cutter, I'm just going to put alone because we want to be completing the quest. This is the thing. We need 40 crafty sparks, which means we need to start making craft sparks, which means we need to start putting in the spark workbench, which requires, once again, more wood. I might come up and grab the wood from this one, actually. Anyway. So, a spark workshop can only go on the ancient foundations. And this lets us make sparks of our own. So we can do whatever we want to do with sparks. So we can make these sparks here, like that. And then we can build another one. Or at least we would be able to if I had any wood. 19 wood. I need 20 wood. I need 20 wood. Ooh, there you go. Right. We can build another one. And I could put it, say, well, here. Like that. And then I could have this one feed that one. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. So the sparks will come down. Drop this one here. And then I could put like a barrel here. It says, I need so much wood. I need so much wood. And I'm not making enough wood. I also don't think this is supplying fast enough for this, but that's okay. So yeah, so we throw the aether shards and wood into here, so we need to have wood from there, so we need another wood dropper doing that, and then you will take those and wooden panels, so we need to make wooden panels, and we can do that. We have a saw bench which can live, let's say, let's literally just put it here and let's run you along there. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. Let's move you be down here and then do that. Okay, because it doesn't really matter actually. I don't know why I'm doing loops. I'm doing loops because of I'm so used to doing loops because future stuff. Yeah, so you want to be making wooden panels. Okay. Bum bum. And then we want to throw in like, I don't know, maybe 6 of them doing this. So I'm really not sure. To feed this guy here, then you'll make wooden panels. The problem is the distance they have to travel to pick the stuff up. They have to travel all the way around carrying the bits and pieces, which is kind of awkward. So realistically, what I want to do is put this over here, don't I? Like that. So it's the closest to that, so they run empty most of the time. That'll be better. Okay. And then we want you to come out and go down into this one here. Kind of awkward the way I've done this. Let's rotate this one round. And we'll remove this here. I'm not being very optimal with my lines. I know that. I'm fully aware of that. I'm just in the let's get it working style. Later on, things will be changed around when we get different sparks doing stuff. So, okay. So if we throw 2 on there and say 1 on there, we want to put 2 craft sparks in there, and we want 2 in there, and you're going to make craft sparks, which will be beautiful. And then we want to get another tree chopper here, probably. Although you are emptying and filling at just kind of the right pace. You are running all the time. Maybe you're stopping for a brief moment, but we need another tree. Let's go over here. Go over here. You can spread the base out. It's fine. It's fine. Can we build one? No, we need more logs. Let me steal your logs, please. Here. And we'll put in another tree assembler over here. The ideal way to do this would be to have all the wood come in a certain place, and then have just harvest the wood and have it come in somewhere, and then have the wood distributed evenly between things that you need and the next things, and so on and so forth. That would be the best way of doing it. But I'm not doing that. I am absolutely not doing that. I am just quite literally throwing everything in a bit willy-nilly. Just because I can, basically. Just because I can. Okay. Let's run this one along to wants to go to here, doesn't it? So what I'll do is I'm going to also turn this one around like this. Come on. There, like that. Throw you on there. Okay, throw you down there. This wants to be a slope. We don't have slopes yet. We haven't unlocked slopes. Oh no. That means right now this has to come all the way down here, and back up there again, which is very, very, very awkward. Very, very awkward indeed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a box in between those two, like this, and then we can throw 5 on there, 5 on there, and we can throw 2 workers in there. Okay. You need shards. Now we have shards in the boxes down here. Like there, in here. Yoink. Oh, no. Shift. Pop up. So I can fill that up. Like that. Okay. And then this will start doing the things we want it to do. Which will be beautiful and awesome and wonderful. And there can be much rejoicing. I'm going to grab some planks. And, well, I can't fill you with planks because you are full of planks, actually. So, yeah. Okay, maybe we won't do that. So, put those back. I've got plenty on me anyway. Wow. Inventory management is a pain. But here we go. 4 and 5, and then you can get working. Boom, 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 and then you gotta wait for another 5 to deliver the next group. There you go. And so on and so forth. I could probably speed this up by running this way, so it doesn't have to travel so far, but we can put a ramp there later, so that'd be good. So, and there we go. We have some form of automation doing its thing. Not very fast. And then you will get 1 spark, and then you get 2 sparks, and then you'll make a crafty spark, and there can be much rejoicing. We can absolutely speed this up. By doing this. And then they'll go faster. Now we don't have many sparks left, but that's okay. That is okay. That is okay. So you create 1 spark. You do 5.6 sparks a minute. You want 2 sparks. You want 3.8 times a minute. So it's not half. So we're not creating enough sparks technically to feed this, so we won't get any surplus sparks, which is a little bit annoying, but we will at the same time because we'll end up filling up this eventually with stuff, so that'll be fine there. So okay, there's that done there. That's fine. You want to do fertilizer, which you are indeed doing. I can throw the fertilizer in there, and I can throw some sparks in there and get you doing things. I can go around to bushes and collect leaves myself, which is what we're going to have to do to start with, to get the leaves, to get the fertilizer, and then we can make the Loamy sparks, and then we can make some wooden blades, which is a little bit awkward to do because we need to do this guy again, don't we? So if I put you there and I say make wooden blades, you will get delivered wooden blades from there, and I can just feed you manually with stuff. I think that's going to be the best bet for the moment because I've got plenty of stuff there. Let's throw a 3rd guy on here. I don't want them to be all together, if you don't mind. So there you go. They're all going to be together. I like when they're all together, not spread out. It doesn't make any difference. The throughput is the same rate, but I think it looks better. Yeah. Okay. And we could have you feed these first, or we could have that there. Or what we could do is put in a splitter. Not a splitter, splitter. Oop, there you go. So they'll go down, up, down, up, down, up, and that'll be fine. And I don't have any sparks left for doing anything with that, which is unfortunate, but we'll get more sparks in time. Unless I have some in these boxes. I do not. I have loads of wood, which I should have been picking up to make things, but I did not. So I'm going to use up some of these resources to do things. Okay, and then we're going to have to wait for more sparks to be done, because when this fills up with sparks, obviously this will fill up with sparks, and then this will start filling up with sparks, and it's just time. It's just time. All it will take is a long time. I also need to go around and get some more shards as well, so I might go and attack some things once I've got some sparks and get some more shards, and then so on and so forth. But that is going to have to wait until next episode. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. We're a bit here, there, and everywhere at the moment because I played through and it's still fresh in my memory as to what the end game should look like. Being non-committal with what I want to build. But this is the start of it. This is the start of the commitment of things here. So we're going to have like just maybe one of each type of shard of spark being made, at least here. We might make 2 different types of sparks, two standard stumpy sparks, and feed them down. But we'll figure it out. So I will try and get some of these quests, rewards, requests done. So you've seen what's going on here. I just need to gather more stuff to get things going. So yep, and we can get more stuff going here, and then we'll come back next episode and carry on from there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again next one. And until then, as always, have fun,